Hello, you are welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, what's good? If you are new, hey boo, I am back with another video. Hello. So I'm using my tripod tonight, so hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. If it sounds like I'm drinking something, or it's me drinking some water because my throat is starting to feel scratchy. I'm trying to fight whatever this is that's trying to come on me. I feel like I'm getting sick, and so I'm just going to bear through this video. That's why I haven't recorded in the past few days. So with that being said, we are just going to hop straight into the title. I said that I was going to talk about celibacy, the ending of last year. We're going to be talking about celibacy after this video because I feel like it would make sense for me to talk about celibacy after, when Lord willing. Okay, I'm going to let the Lord lead me through this message. I don't know how long I'm going to be speaking, but I'm just going to let spirit flow with me. Okay, and so for the ones that's new on my channel, for the ones that's been here for a nice little minute, I have talked about witchcraft quite a few times on my channel, and this is part of spirituality, and I feel like it's important for me to discuss witchcraft on different levels because it's different kinds of witchcraft. You got witchcraft within families, you got witchcraft within relationships, you got witchcraft within the workplace, you got all different types of witchcraft. And so today we're going to be talking about witchcraft within relationships. Okay, witchcraft through sex, witchcraft spells, and why it is dangerous. Y'all see where I'm going now, y'all see where I'm flowing, y'all see why I'm going to make the celibacy video after this one. But let me just say to you that for the ones that's listening to this channel, hopefully you are old enough to listen to this. Please put the kiddies away, okay? This is a mature conversation. I'm not going to be using any profanity, but this is not a kid-friendly video. So let me just say that first and foremost. Okay, so let's get into it. Looking at that title and you like, a witchcraft spell through sex. Now, the reason why this topic is extremely important because y'all know that we talk about the spirit on this channel. Okay, so anything having to do with your spirit, your soul, you protect it. And so with that being said, you have to be mindful with who you share your energy, who you share your body with. It is extremely important because exchanges of energy is extremely important. You don't even really have to be physical or sexual with this person in order to have an energy exchange. So if you ever notice how you feel being around certain people when you just have this powerful energy exchange, whether it be negative or positive, you know what I'm saying? It's either feeding or draining your spirit. So basically, you know how powerful that felt when you had this exchange with this person and you didn't even touch them. Okay, so that just lets you know that if you are having a powerful energy exchange with a person, just imagine how it would be if you was to share your body with this person. So basically, I should lead this message by saying that the whole goal here is for you to be led by your spirit more so than your flesh. We are going to be discussing the power dynamic between the flesh and the spirit. Which one do you have the most control over? It is extremely important. And let me just say that when it comes to witchcraft spells through sex, I'm speaking mainly on certain situations to where the relationships can be very toxic. Healthy relationships and toxic relationships is a detriment to your spiritual growth. I made a video a while back about toxic relationships are death row sentences, and I know y'all might be listening to that, y'all may not be able to make the connect, but we are going to be more so talking about this a lot in this video because when it comes to toxic relationships, witchcraft spells are more powerful, okay, because it's low vibrational kind of energy. And so when I talk about toxic relationships are death row sentences, I really do mean that in a literal sense, really, because you are basically being drained and sucked of your energy, your life source. When you lay down in the bed with somebody and you come together with them, y'all become one. They have access to your life source, okay? So with this video, we're going to be very deep. We're going to be very depth. It's so many layers to unpack with this video when it comes to witchcraft. This ain't gonna be no 1-2 kind of message, okay? So hopefully I got the patience to listen. And so with that being said, some people are caught up in toxic relationships and some people are not spiritually aware that they're under a witchcraft spell through the relationship they are in. You know, a lot of people, and I wanted to come in and make this an audio tonight. It could have been a face-to-face, but I just felt like the audio would have been better so that y'all could be able to really just see yourself in the message and not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always wanting y'all to just picture yourself in a situation and just take whatever you can take from it. But just with that being said, you can't lay down with everybody. Some people you just cannot be within a vicinity, because it's some people that you can't even have no sort of close encounter with this person, because you are going to feel as though your energy has been sapped from you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole part of the witchcraft and the spill that I wanted to kind of dove more into. And we're going to get deep into this thing. I really feel like this may be a long video, so hopefully I got the patience to listen to this message. Okay, we're going to go deep in depth so y'all can get a better understanding of why it is extremely important for you to be mindful of who you share yourself with. And it's just not a sexual thing, even though we're talking about sex, but this can just be in any form. Okay, you cannot give your energy to certain people because they carry a certain kind of aura that is very dark and evil. And so any sort of close contact with this person, you are going to be paying a huge hefty price spiritually, coming in contact with certain kind of energies and spirits. It's just like that virus and that infection has been transferred over to you. It's just kind of like the thing of you sick, and so you're trying to stay away from other people so that you don't get them sick. And so we are going to talk about this person that's infected with this evil, wicked spirit. It's like a sickness. It's like an illness. So any sort of encounter that you have with this person, it's going to be almost as if you are taking on that illness as well. And you ain't even, imagine now, you ain't even laid down with this person and did nothing with them yet. But because you are having an energy exchange with this person, it is very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And so please keep that in mind. But yeah, I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Cruel Intentions, but I said I was going to make a movie review about that and why I feel like that movie is the perfect example of what it looks like to be up under someone's spell, to fall for deception. Evil, wicked spirits, pure, innocent, angelic souls being corrupted. That movie is very spiritual. That movie kind of highlighted some things that I wanted to bring into this video, where Reese Witherspoon, first of all, I love Reese Witherspoon. She is a beautiful woman. I don't remember her name in the movie, y'all, but she was dating this person named Sebastian, okay? And we just gonna put, I don't know how I'm gonna go with these edits, but yeah, we just gonna get into this thing. But Sebastian, the way they depicted his character in this movie was basically he was the devil sent into this woman's life. Okay, this woman was pure. She was angelic. I talked about soul ties and sex demons a year or two ago, where I said some spirits are seeking certain people out because they have an agenda. When you think about the movie Cruel Intentions, it do kind of put you in the man of a sinister, Casanova kind of suave kind of person coming in trying to sweep this person off their feet. They came in with wicked agenda right in the beginning, and that's what he did. He was on a quest to take this person's innocence. And so it was just kind of like the way the movie started out, it was very predatory. It was very wicked. The people that he associated himself with, the whole thing was just foul. Another thing I kind of wanted to point out that I wanted y'all to pay more so attention to is that when evil spirits seek out certain people, they always look for the ones that have the most vulnerability. So it was other people within this movie that they preyed on as well. And so when it comes to a witchcraft spell and trying to cast certain things on people, sometimes the way these spirits operate, they like to move through multitudes of people. Okay, so they sleep with you, her, him, them, all of them, connecting with all different types of spiritual soul ties. This spirit moves with no empathy. They do not care about the person that they are using to take out their agenda on, and they don't care about the person that they have chose to victimize. Like I said, it is an agenda that has been assigned by Satan. They're trying to gather as many souls as they can. Okay, this is how you are going to be able to understand spirituality better, witchcraft better, see it in the spiritual form more so than the physical. Okay, because when you're looking at the physical, your emotions can get tied in it. But when you have a certain kind of spiritual discernment, which you should ask for from the Lord, he is going to be able to show you things that you are going to be able to see beyond the flesh and see this person's intentions. Okay, cruel intentions. In this movie, it wasn't just Sebastian, it was another woman that he had teamed up with. These spirits were working together. So a lot of times when it comes to witchcraft spells, And this is me speaking from the movie sense and just me speaking from personal experience as well. These spirits like to operate as a team. So it's going to seem as though they are in cahoots with each other. Okay? So when it comes to discussing witchcraft through sex and things like that, some of the times the spirit does not work alone. Think about the movie Cruel Intentions. It do kind of make you think about that toxic relationship that you was in, to where when you first met this person, it was almost as if you was an angel, you was angelic, you was pure, and this person came into your world and flipped it upside down and came and tried to corrupt and defile your spirit. And that's what the whole thing of this witchcraft spell through sex, where I say this spirit wants to be in the bed with you. This spirit wants to exchange energies with you. They want to exchange souls with you. If you ever noticed, these certain kind of spirits carry a very predatory kind of nature, like Sebastian did in a movie Cruel Intentions. The quest to try to get you in the bed, they are on all out missions to cast a spell on you. And the spell takes form through the sex. Okay, depending on whatever kind of sex that is. Please understand that when you come together with certain people, you are coming together with a spirit. We're not talking about the physical in this video, because see, the physical will blind you. The physical will make you see things that are not really there. The physical will make you ignore what it is that you are seeing spiritually, okay? And so y'all see that post that I had made in the community section a couple of days ago, where I said your spirit picks up on things before your physical does. Your spirit is always 10-20 steps ahead of you. You are always going to be having those spiritual warnings when it comes to who you choose to have relations with, just on any form. Let me just say this. A person does not have to have any sort of sexual contact with you in order to cast some sort of witchcraft spell on you. Okay? They can be around you for 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, however long. They are looking for an energy exchange. Okay? These witchcraft spells through the contact and the sex, we are talking about low vibrational beings. And so, if you have ever wondered, and like I said, this is a mature conversation. We old enough to talk about this, okay? Hopefully we are. I told you I put the kitties away. They are not supposed to be hearing this conversation. But yeah, just moving along. Sometimes you can tell whether a person has a strong relationship with the Lord or not. You can tell that the Lord has presence over this person's life, because when it comes to being on your walk with Christ, it is extremely important that you be mindful of who you choose to date as well, because when it comes to dating, relationships, sex and things along that nature, when you don't have that discipline, this spirit is going to see that as a form of weakness. It's just like being in water around a whole bunch of sharks. Getting into bed and sharing your body with a person is just kind of like the same thing as going out in a battlefield and you are not equipped. You are not equipped with the spiritual armor to be able to fight this spirit, because you don't have any discipline over your flesh. Okay, this thing is very deep and spiritual. I told you this was going to be a long one. I'm going to share something that the Lord revealed to me about a particular relationship that I was in a while back. And maybe y'all are able to agree. It was one particular relationship that the Lord had delivered me from. And I think I may make a testimony about this, depending on how I'm feeling, on whether I should share this or not. But the Lord convicted me about this certain relationship that I was in. The relationship was by far one of the worst ones I ever had. Okay, I can literally say that this person was sent by Satan. I had prayed to the Lord to get me out of this relationship with this person. Okay, the Lord delivered me from this relationship, and later on down the line, the person tried to resurface back into my life. The Lord convicted me once again. The Lord will always come and give you a blatant warning. First of all, he would give you spiritual warnings to let you know that this is not the right decision. Okay, sometimes he will give you dreams. Sometimes he will give you spiritual signs. It's all different types of spiritual warnings. But I clearly heard the Lord tell me, if you go back after I delivered you from this relationship, I'm going to take my hands off of you. Yes, that was what the Lord told me. But sometimes the Lord will give you a warning to let you know. And this is for my ones that they have a spiritual gift. Okay, a lot of times you might have felt as though the Lord has convicted you about certain relationships that you have been in, where he has told you constantly that if you deal with this person in any form, it don't even have to be sexual, your spiritual gifts are not going to be effective. That's the whole thing of him taking his hands off of you and releasing you over to this spirit. You being around this person is going to cause a wedge between our relationship. If you go back, you are basically going against me. And so if this is a choice that you decide to make, I'm just repeating to you what I picked up in the spirit from the Lord. I'm going to take my hands off of you. I'm going to take my hands off of your life. Because you begged, you cried, and you pleaded for me to deliver you out of this relationship. And so the choice is yours. That's what I was picking up. And so, yeah, you guys might have had a situation like that to where the Lord have convicted you about certain people that you chose to entertain. Okay, and so when it comes to the whole witchcraft with the sex, this is a whole thing of going against your intuition, going against your discernment, going against the Lord, basically. Because a lot of times the Lord is going to give you plenty of spiritual warnings to let you know that you are walking into murky waters. You are treading on dangerous grounds if you choose to proceed further with this situation. Okay? And so when you choose to lay down in that bed and do whatever you do with this person, it's pretty much you kind of standing over your life to this entity, because that's what it is. Okay? You are signing over your rights to your body, your mind, soul, and spirit to this spirit. You have basically went against the Lord. Okay? And so, because a lot of times the spirit know that you may be the type of person that you might have told this person about your walk with Christ. You might have shared some personal things with them. This might have been the type of person that told you too that they was on this walk with Christ, or they was just, they might have been trying to put up a front for you or something like that. But then now that y'all laying down in the bed together, stuff is starting to get real. And you are really being tested on your faith and your belief in the Lord and your walk with Christ by you choosing to get in bed with this person. This is why a lot of times you feel guilty after you have sex with a person, because you have basically signed over your soul and your spirit to this person. Okay? And so they have access to you. You have a piece of them and they have a piece of you, which is kind of like what I talked about in the beginning of the video, where I said you're trying to stay away from this person. You see that they are infected. They have a disease, they have a sickness, and you are not trying to catch that. And so that is basically what it's like when you are laying down in a bed with somebody. You know that it's no good for you, because 9 times out of 10, this is a situation to where because we get spiritual warnings all the time that let us know whether the situation is right, whether you should be laying with this person or not. You are going to get so many alarm bells and spiritual warnings to let you know, do not sleep with this person. You shouldn't be here right now. That is a spiritual warning. Whenever you hear things, if you kind of going back and forth and having this battle in your mind, you question yourself on whether you should even be with this person, just in any form, that's the sign right there to let you know you are coming into something that, if you do not have a certain kind of discernment and you don't have that strength, you don't have that discipline, you can fall prey to this spirit. You can become weak to this spirit. You can become engulfed in a spirit of witchcraft with this person, because this is not a person that you are dealing with. This is a spirit. Okay? This spirit wants to have the power and control. This is why some people be so hell-bent in trying to get you in the bed. They try to do any and everything to try to get you to spend private time with them and stuff. That they are always trying to get some alone time with you, just so they can be able to exchange with you. And a lot of times they don't even have to be anything sexual. Just like I said in the beginning, they want your energy. Okay? And so if you choose to give that to this person, you are basically coming in agreement with whatever it is that they are present to you. Okay. And so if you have ever had a strong conviction about being around a certain person, then that's just letting you know right there that the Lord is telling you, this is not right. Okay. This is not the person for you. Are you willing to take that risk? Are you willing to walk away from your relationship with me? Are you willing to give up on everything that you have built? Are you willing to go backwards? Because essentially that's what you are doing when you get in bed with people and you are not waiting to really test this person's spirit, to really wait on the Lord, because the Lord is going to always give you a number of warning signs to let you know that a person is not right for you. If you are the type of person that doesn't have any sort of discipline over yourself, you are not really going to truly be able to hear from the Lord like that, okay? Because you are not following through with what it is that He is showing you. And see, this is the thing about not falling victim to your flesh, because the flesh will play a lot of mind games with you in these sort of situations. Really, when it all comes down to it, all it is about is what is your relationship like with the Lord. How much do you love the Lord? Do you love the Lord more than this person? Okay. Are you willing to give up on everything when it comes to the Lord, when it comes to this situation? I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Okay. A lot of people are caught up in certain relationships because they are under a form of witchcraft, a spell of witchcraft through their relationships. And the spell has been formed through the sex. Okay. That's why you see certain people that you don't know why they still with this person. They keep steady going back. It's just kind of like that virus that I talked about in the beginning of the video. You knew this person was sick and you went around them. You thought that and you was going to be exempt from it. And you just went around this sick person and you have picked up their virus. And so that's kind of like how it is when it comes to a witchcraft spell. Please understand that when you connect your soul and your spirit with a low vibrational entity, you are connecting with a spiritually dead person. You are taking on whatever is theirs. It's being transferred over to you. Whether y'all using protection or not, or whatever it is that y'all are doing, that spiritually dead person has transferred their spiritual death over to you. Through your body, through your mind, through your soul, and your spirit. And I'm not making this video to try to scare nobody or none of that. Okay, because when it comes to the spirit world and you trying to be on this walk with Christ and you trying to have this spiritual discernment, you can't be afraid of things like this. Because you're going out in a battlefield with no warcraft and you're going to get chewed up and spit out. If you put yourself in a smoky building, you know that at some point flames are going to ignite. And so that is the whole thing when it comes to laying down, having sex, soul ties, exchanging with different people and things along that nature. Do not put yourself in a situation to where something can go down, especially if it's a situation to where you may really like this person. You may be physically attracted to this person, sexually attracted to this person. You don't want to put yourself in a smoky building because 9 times out of 10, you don't know this person like that. You don't know what sort of spirits and energies they are harboring. This person may be connected to other spirits that you may not be aware of. They may be, like I said in the beginning of the video with Sebastian, gathering souls, trying to do a collect data on whoever they can, and they are bringing all that energy over to you. They're not going to come out and tell you that they sleeping with 10 or 20 different people. These spirits are on an assignment. They have an agenda. Their agenda is to collect as many souls as they can. So they do not have any sort of empathy or care for you. They do not care that you feel some type of way about them. And this is why I'm going to kind of slow the video down and be very precise when I say this. Write this down, make a mental note of it or whatever. This spirit does not care how you feel about this person that they are using. This is a spirit that is attached to this person that is dark, it's sinister, it's evil. And that is why they are using this person to carry out their assignment. Okay, so you're gonna understand it when I say it like this, because you're gonna be looking at the person, and that's where your clouded judgment is gonna come in. You don't want to have clouded judgment. When you have spiritual discernment, your judgment is not going to be clouded. You are going to be able to see things for what it is. This is a spirit that is using this particular person. This spirit wants your energy. They want to exchange with you. It's not about the person. It's about the spirit that is behind them. They shouldn't even get you to the point to where you are even in this smoky building. Don't put yourself in those type of situations, especially if you call yourself being on this walk with Christ. It's all about discipline, self-control. How much control and discipline do you really have over your flesh and your spirit? Because the spirit, like I said in the beginning of the video, is always 20 steps ahead. And 9 times out of 10, you already probably got a spiritual warning that this was not the right situation or person. If you do not use your intuition and your spiritual discernment, because it ain't no point in having no spiritual gifts or no discernment if you're not going to use it. The whole point of you having this gift is so that you could be able to use it when need be. Okay, you are out on the battlegrounds, and you need to make sure that you are coming prepared every time you are faced up against spiritual warfare. Lust is spiritual warfare. This is the #1 way that people are lured into witchcraft. Okay, witchcraft ain't just about, we're going to get into the spell thing in another video, because I've just set up here and spirit is telling me, the Lord is telling me that I probably need to make a series out of this. This is not something that I'm going to be able to fully discuss in this one video. Okay, because when it comes to witchcraft and spells and energy exchanges, soul ties, evil wicked spirits, pure innocent souls, the transfer of spirits, that is something that I cannot discuss in one video. This is a video that I'm going to have to continue on in a part 2. And it's probably going to be a series depending on how long. Because when it comes to people casting spells and witchcraft and things along that nature, it's a process with it. Like I said before, these spirits are on an agenda. This was something that was probably well thought out and planned. And so it's a process with that to break it down and explain it before we even get to the nitty gritty of what this witchcraft spell is with the sex. So yeah, I'm going to end it on that note. I'm going to come back with another part to this video. Okay. Being on this walk with Christ, having that discipline, honoring the Lord with your body. You are basically letting the Lord know that you are his child. Your spirit, your mind, body, soul belongs to him. Okay, and so that's just how I'm going to end the message. I'm going to pick up and continue on in the next video. So hopefully I got something from this video. Hopefully it helped you in some way. Continue to protect y'all soul and spirit. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video.